okay. A few teams will be pretty happy of this playing path, but I definitely do have to say, we've definitely seen better playing path in our casting career, Imperium. This is not the best way to kick things off.
I don't think it's too bad. Of course, the Phase 1 circle is going to be, in my eyes, kind of obviously more important. And for any team that wants to hit up towards George Ball, it is going to be a little bit harder. You are going to have to capture those vehicles and make your way up, or just choose to go for a different drop spot. And honestly, like I said, look, these are scrims, so again, sit back in some way, relax, and see how these teams play. Early game, I do think overall is going to be somewhat passive, because these teams are so competent that they do know how to rotate, and they do know how to put themselves into a strong position inside the middle of the circle. So I'm still expecting that, with obviously hopefully a couple of surprise early engagements.
See Kratos of IND going to be a little bit split from the rest of his team, because they're going to get early on engaged in military base. Hopefully will not result in too much bad early blood going down over there. I'm going to be having, hey, you know what? With that plane path, I wasn't too much of a fan, I do have to say, but that Phase 1 circle does actually, go in good line of sight. So it does help out quite a bit, as RQ Athena will also go over to Pachinki. I believe got contested by another team. We didn't have time to really see who that might have been. Here it is, the IND. In the corner, potentially contested very early on. Choco Nuts going to be getting information on Slayer potentially really soon if he goes any further away from that container. Sees him jump in the background. Take shots are going to give information away, which I don't think he's ready to do just yet.
When you're looking at the no chance team, the wildcard qualified team,
oh, yes.
Choco Nut is a man you need to look out for. He is so dangerous, whether it's at the very start of the game or whether it's at the end of the game. And you're seeing it right here at the start of game 1 in Military Island, getting 2 knockdowns and pushing himself forward.
With an eye in sight too. I mean, I could not do that. I respect the hassle that just Choco Nuts ran through there for no chance. Gonna go for the spray, confirms it. Be careful though, there's one player of IND that's going to be repositioning in the background. You've got to be careful about that. Aladdin's going to be right there, but he knows that there's no way of getting the res back up. His 2 allies when deconfirmed, and that is sometimes also good. Not only to confirm points to confirm the kills and go for the flush, but also to make sure that the rest of the team does not come for vengeance. And in that case, that works out perfectly. Team IND will be leaving away from military base.
And you're saying that that kind of off drop from Kratos could affect team IND. I'm not saying it would have made a huge difference, but it actually has 100% added to the pressure. Now, the good thing is that the remaining player of team IND can join up with Kratos outside the military base. But yeah, no chance team sending a message as you see this action going on as the side of Celts in Milta.
Absolutely, because you level up is going to be checking up a grenade. Potentially, no switches over. Actually gone M16. M16 are good on like mid-range, but when you actually have to clutch it out, a 1v2, the M16 is not really that good of a weapon to play. But oh, that grenade's on point. Does put Rox pretty low. Unfortunately, not going to result in a knockdown just yet. Rox might go for the res himself. He's definitely got to get a few bandages out. Not sure if he had a first day for himself, and now Winter might want to try and jump out, which is exactly what he's going to try and do. Just be a little bit devil. Potentially go under the rooftop, which, I'm still surprised he's able to do that. He's going to be jumping down. That's a risky play. He's going to go for the push. But with an M16, that's a risky play, my friend. Why would he want to go for that? One more bullet, and he's going to be going down, and indeed he will be confirmed. Winter will be the first casualty of you level up. I mean, yeah, with an M16 going for such an aggressive push, I'm genuinely surprised.
Never mind, Winter is coming. It's more Winter has fallen as a rest of you level up, or at least getting return fire onto the side of Celts. Celts lost a player. A tanky, but as they drive forward, Rox is going to help get another kill. As Hooksiam, this is only the early part of the game, right? We're less than 5 minutes in, and we've seen at least 5 players get dropped from this lobby. This is what I love to see.
I think it's also because of that plane, that plane path. It was definitely stacking a lot more teams. There's a lot more hot drops that are going to be happening because the entirety of the north/western side of the map was almost unplayable, unfortunately. So definitely going to be having a lot of hot drops. It happened in military base. It happening over here in Milta. You level up. And going to have to rethink a little bit. As Nova Godlike, the team we've been talking about a little bit earlier, Imperium, going to be going straight versus RQ Athena. Unfortunately, Kronten was knocked down, and they're going to go for the push on Hastar. How to say that I am not feeling confident about this one, Imperium.
Yeah, the pressure might be getting inside Pachinki to Nova Godlike. Just Hastar, the IGL left standing as RQ Athena looks through the window and says, hey, neighbor, goodbye, neighbor. RQ Athena get a squad right. 4 kills for them in the early parts of the game. And look, I'm not going to say I'm not surprised because I did call Nova Godlike to get that game won. But when it's RRQ Athena, led by such an insane fragger as Ernie, it is not surprising in that sense.
Yeah, definitely no point of contestment in Pachinki. I mean, Pachinki, every single time you got a team over there, and most of the time it never ends well for any of the teams involved. So Nova Godlike going to be having to take the L on this first game. You know what? That comes back to what I was saying earlier. Maybe they're just testing out some different spots and dropping locations.
Yeah, of course.
Just to see, but here it is. Seemed like you level up. They got one knockdown early. I think they even potentially got a second, if I'm not mistaken, on Kelts. They're just going to be trying to wrap around, but they don't have information just yet. They could get peeked on the right side. There's another team that's slowly going to make their way towards the western side of Milta. Ultron, Rox, holding that position. You know what? They're not together, so they could still get a good surprise out of Ultron in that shack.
I think Huxian definitely had an idea. That's why he prone down, looking to cook up a grenade. Ultron and Rox, they're just right behind each other, but Ultron is inside the hut, and I wonder how much cover Kelsey will be able to... Rox from Kelsey will be able to provide. As a grenade comes through, nicely played. So Ultron is able to come in and get that knock, and now it's going to be a grenade being cooked up by Jackson. Well, that's going to be nicely cooked.
Oh, there you go. That is going to be indeed. The members going down. Oh my god, just one more bullet's going to be enough. Can he get it? No! The shotgun play of Rox comes out. And Chaos will remain alive as a two-man army with Ultron and Rox. That was a close call for sure. Definitely not going to be getting too good for them as now Megastars Paradox going to be joining up, but unfortunately instantly joins with Encore, but he's going to get instantly shut down. The Reds could still potentially come on down. Luckily enough for him, the flush was not going to be going through here, Imperium. Now the fight is going to be absolutely roaring with BTR. As they come around the corner with Luxie, going to slowly go potentially for that push to go for the flush, but can he confirm it? Even Zuxie's coming around above that mountaintop. The smokes will come out. The smokes are really well positioned. Going to be really stopping BTR from fully committing as they just don't have too much information at this point in time.
The reigning world champions BTR Red Aliens looking to put the hurting towards Megastars, and they confirm one kill so far. Megastars are too heavily spread out. They're not able to provide too much. It's going to be up to Vexy. If Vexy can use that dip to knock down a member of BTR and stop them down their tracks, it could give them hope with another knock from Luxie on the Paradox, and that kill confirmed inside the smoke. That's BTR taking full control. Gonna put down Megastars down to 2 players. Yep,
you know what? The other 2 players, they're gonna just get into the car, get back towards Milta, but Milta's still occupied by you level up, so you might want to try and rethink how this one might actually end up going on through. Phase 1 circle is about to close up also, so they got to rethink of how they want to position on this one. Let's not forget the circle on Phase 1 did go over to the eastern side down south, but still the circle could potentially go for hard shift up north. We do not know, so definitely want to try and keep that in consideration as, oh, okay, here we go. We got the boys taking a fight, as unfortunately a few knockdowns going to be happening over here in the open. Definitely this is a really weird spot to take fights in, I do have to mention, Imperium. And they just got caught up in the open, and that is always a really scary position to be in.
Totally is, but as RQ Athena,
oh no,
disengage away from Chinky, they're going to go into another fight against Team Secret. Yeah, I know you're looking at TSM and you're thinking, what is that TSM? And like I said, this is Team Secret coming through. 2 fantastic teams from Southeast Asia region coming through. We see a knockdown from Mad Toy on the senior confirmed, knocking down and taking RQ down to 3 players.
There you go. That is unfortunately not the breach that they were looking for. RRQ Athena going to be taking the L on that one, unfortunately. Team Secret will get all those kills for themselves. You know what? Off to a good start in this game. Now, back on over to a few squads. Still seeing a TSM entity as they took a fight over here earlier. They still got some players remaining, but definitely they got themselves caught out in the open, and they just had to take a little bit of a loss. As they're going to be having a few squads now, going to have to try and rethink their position. Valdez Esports will be moving straight out of that position because this is no position to take a fight on, really. Aids. RRQ Athena. Getting things up. Buy some time with some smoke. Smoking up the entire building to make sure that he can potentially clutch this one through. I hope for him he has a Uzi. A Uzi in this kind of situation would be absolutely awesome. I don't know if he has one in his loadout. That is definitely one of the better weapons. Oh, the great grenades of Matoy, and there you have it. That is going to be Team Secret eliminated. That will be 13th position for them on their very first game.
You mean RQ?
Oh, RQ. I mean, yeah, they won that fight. I mean, no.
Yeah. Anyway,
English, complicated.
It's okay. But as Synerge, they look to keep themselves in a strong position in this Phase 2 circle. Only 10 seconds until the blue zone starts closing in. They're out in the open, but they're on high ground. So, of course, you have that trade-off. They do have a couple of vehicles which they can play around with, but led by all 4 players, Jigsaw, Ted, Servi, and Austin Bot X. Let's see what they can pull out of the bag in this game 1.
Rotating away from Potato Hill. Phase 2 pop up. He did go a little bit up on the northern side mostly. Just very small rotation, very smooth rotation. Luckily enough for them, this is like a location normally teams like to play around because it's good high ground position, does give you a really good scope. And actually talking about that, Morph are going to be around the underground segment. They're going to be actually shut down by Ted of Synergy. This is a very interesting really area to take a fight in, because especially you got another team coming from the backside, which is going to be no chance. If they go for the high ground, they could put pressure on Synergy and go for the backstab.
Getting those couple of knocks by Synergy will hopefully give them a little bit of a chance to push forward, but without knowing all of the information of the rest of the Morph squad, they just want to hold out a little bit because they know that it's around the shelter area, so you got to be aware of that underground potential where you can get surprise push, but probably just peeking and shooting, giving Morph nowhere to go.
Yeah, I mean, that's the issue with the underground section, right? I already mentioned that many times in Pyramid. You know, I'm going to say the exact same thing. The issue with the underground section, right, is that you're predictable in how you're going to go out, because there's only one exit, right? And there's no way for you really to take a fight and to dictate that fight specifically. So they're going to be sending a car down low, and that means that they want to try and defend this position. Cars allowed to actually not be able to cross down into the underground sections. Now, some smoke, some grenade, some utility will be chucked for sure. Off now, they're just going to be just hiding down below. But the thing is, the circle, if it shifts away, they could get easily picked up by Synergy if they just wait. But unfortunately, a lot of teams are around here. Can Synergy keep up the pace and keep the block around the underground? Yeah,
you got no chance. You got Freestyle all hanging around the same area. So you got to be very confident of closing out this engagement, as Morph have just decided to stick to the underground and said, you want to get us, you're going to have to come find us head on underground, my friends. So Synergy will just look to take control of the upper ground area. Look at all those vehicles they have as well that they're going to be able to rotate to as the circle does shift up north on this phase 3.
I wonder if that's something that anyone's ever done. You just like take 4 cars and put them in front of every single opening and just let them die to the blue zone inside the underground. That would be a strat that could work out, but also you want to keep the cars to move away from here, so definitely not a valid long option, long-term kind of option for them. Now, you know what? They did send a player of Morph. 2 players of Morph actually out on other entry points, as you know what? The team is just going to be completely leaving. Now here it is. That's going to be Valdus Esports going for the compound. We'll be able to take it away from Cog, so they will not be unfortunately trying to contest that one.
I think they were more just stopping to try and pop a couple of shots off towards King of Gamers. I don't think they necessarily intended to stop there completely, but either way, they're going to hold their ground. And now, as Synergy disengaged away from shelter, they're going to go right towards the path of TSM Entity. Like I said, with this circle shifting up north on phase 3, we didn't see too much of it, but it did go quite heavily towards Yasnai, so we could see a Yasnai Polyana finish for this game 1 of these PMWL East scrims.
If we have a city finish on this first game in Pyramid, you have to say I'll be a little bit like, what the hell? That is a grid. No, a good scrim session, I would say. It's good to prepare you to like a very unusual situation before going into the World League. That's for sure. So keep an eye out for that. Now shifting over to, I believe that is going to be BTR. The names are a little bit mixed up, but yeah, that is indeed going to be the case. Bigetron. And for their rotation, not quite in circle, looking for another car. Oh my god, it feels so good. It's so small yet so effective. I love to see like, oh, another car. We're going to take it. I see so many people in my games that just like pass by like, no, why do you stop? And I jump out and I die. So respect.
Especially with the fields of Yasnai Polyana still heavily in play, that could end up in north, but as Synergy holds onto the high ground, overlooking the 2 members of TSM Entity. Let's see, as Neo is going to actually shut down Austin Bot X and gets that knockdown with a really well-cooked grenade.
A really good grenade indeed. Jonathan, Neo going to be defending versus Ted. Onto the DP. Neo going to get a few summation shots, and now Zigsaw is going to be coming around, joining the party. He wants to try and get the defense potential on Austin. Big hit things down. He will be getting in time, luckily enough. But another grenade is going to be cooked up by Jonathan. Unfortunately, not quite in the right direction. The cooking is good, but unfortunately, the location wasn't unfortunately on point. Now Neo wants to go peek, but be careful. Survey on the mountaintop a little bit over to the east. Does have information, and they will get Austin once again down. Jonathan, the grenade's on point in terms of cooking. Now they've got to try and respond, but they can't jump out because unfortunately 2 mountain tops are held by Synerge. So they have no way of just going out to go out of the building. They're going to get absolutely lasered. Here it is now. That's a perfect angle. Held up by Neo. TSM Entity showing up to the party and defending that compound absolutely flawlessly. And whoa, Yasnaya finish? Question mark?
They're only a 2-man team as well. Let's not forget that. It's only Neo and Jonathan. And they've absolutely obliterated
2v4.
Synerge, how it's done. Okay, I do gotta say the Synerge engagement was overall very weak, and as the circle did shift up north more heavily towards Yasnaya, once again Ted could find himself under pressure and getting third parties. Now it's going to be up to TSMNT to clear out the team Synerge and then find a spot inside the circle.
More of like, okay, we don't want to get involved on this fight. It's not over yet, so you know what? We're just going to continue to the city of Yasnaya Poliana, making it through the fields down south. That's fine, but now TSM Entity, they got 2 knockdowns. They know, okay, well now we got 2 knockdowns. That means it's potentially a 2v1 or 2v2, so we're just going to go for that push us now. Here it is, Team Secret, King of Gamers Club, going to be making their way into Yasnaya Poliana, trying to take the opportunity over there. And here it is, Neo going to be clearing up the field. An extra frag on Synergy. Did you see Servi there for a second? I mean, he looked perfectly over to Servi, so I guess he did. Ah, interesting. Yeah, definitely. I was not expecting such a good defense, and even the aggressive play coming out from the boys of TSM. So great job from them. Oh,
now Valdez looking to me and somewhat third party. This is what I talk about. The potential third partying from that rotation could have affected Synerge. It has more effectively hurt TSM Entity, but at least Neo is able to survive now. Neo's up on top. He's gonna with the DP-20 shoot on his way through, but Velmoth comes in and knocks him down from inside the US.
Oh my god, Jonathan, the clutch machine. Can he make things happen this time around? We're going to have to wait and see. He's going to be jumping on the side, trying to be a little bit unpredictable. He's got that smoke that could give him also a good, decent amount of coverage to take a fight 1 by 1. It is now, unfortunately, going to be cornered up. He's going to get sandwiched. TSM Entity with Jonathan, the last man standing, will be taken out. TSM Entity out in 12th position. But now that means that our focus can actually shift over to Yasnaya Poliana, where you've got just an insane amount of teams. And you know, you mentioned it many times in Prim, you're scared of teams going into there. It's a gamble. If the circle goes inside of it, it works out. If it shifts away, things could get pretty tricky for the teams involved.
Well, like you also mentioned in the past, I think it's okay once it's on the edge.
Exactly.
Of Yasnaya. That's exactly what the teams on the southern edge of Yasnaya have done, like Team Seeker, like King of Gamers, and I think that's absolutely fine, along with the side of Morph, who are still a full squad. So you got Team Seeker, their 3-man team, you got King of Gamers, a full squad, and you got Morph, a full squad, all on the edge of Yasnaya. And of course, this Phase 5 is going to be so important and where it goes. All the while, you have Freestyle and BTR overlooking each other.
Yeah. Style in the circle. No, some players of BTR were not quite in there. But now I'm scared for the teams that are currently in the fields of Yasnaya. You know, it's high ground. All the teams got like the high ground buildings down south of Yasnaya Poliana. If you're in the field, high ground is always going to be have like a big advantage on low ground when there's in the circle involved. So here it is, going to be having a fight with Freestyle. You're just talking about them getting really close to BTR. The fight will indeed be breaking out. BTR, most of the players got themselves in circle. That's definitely a lot better. But now this fight is definitely intrigued to see, and I'm pretty sure the circle's not going to go in their favor. So this fight all has to end, or a team has to die here.
True, but where BTR are located is protected from the teams in Yasnaya, so that's pretty good. They only have to focus solely on Freestyle, but they are in a dip where a couple of grenades can definitely land them in a spot of bother, as you see Ustratu gonna come in and at least take down the vehicle and take away that movement from BTR.
And the bigger threat of dips are grenades going to be seen one actually chucked. So we'll get something out of that. I think that it will be a little bit short, and indeed, unfortunately, BTR going to be a little bit too far. But the circle did shift away towards Yasnaya Poliana. 50% city, 50% fields. I'm scared a little bit for, I'm not going to lie, Valdez Esports. They're the only team in the fields right now. Hopefully, they're not going to get scouted by all the teams down south of Yasnaya Poliana. Now also Megastars, they're going to be breaching through the east. Most teams going to try and just push in, and now some big fights are going to be happening here, Imperium, to rotate in city.
But here's the thing, Valdez can just kind of sit back, relax, and watch all the teams take each other out from inside Yasnaya. So I think it's actually a pretty strong position that Valdez hold on to. Let's see if they can make it pay off and grab a chicken dinner as they're heading into the 20-minute mark of this game. There's 10 teams left, 29 players. Celts amongst one of them, BTR and one Freestyle trying to hold on.
He did a nice few shots there, Kashu, but unfortunately, okay, wait. I talked too soon. Oh my god. I think even Zuxi was like, I can't just take this fight head on after this is going to be phase 5 blue zone. We might actually lose Kasih out of that. Wait a second. Oh, he makes it after blue zone. A 4-4 second, he was going to be outrun by the blue. We'll have to tank it a few times, but that is all he shall have to go through. But now even BTR still under pressure of the teams involved. Now the teams are rotating. Now they could still get a few last buildings under control, but it's just there's so many teams in there. They're just so focused on each another. You could just sneak your way through, which is what we mentioned a few seconds earlier, right, Imperium, that because of so much mayhem happening in circle, teams are not really focused on gatekeeping at this point.
True, but that's where also the teams, and you've mentioned it again previously, on the edge of Yasnai, it's favoring them, right? King of Gamers, Team Secret, they're all looking pretty good. They can punish teams rotating in from the north side of Yasnai. You got Megastars, Celts, and Freestyle amongst those teams that really have to try and find a confident spot as the blue zone of phase 5 is closing in.
Freestyle, they have to still send, I believe, 1 or 2 players across the road, which normally, it's going to be actually 2 players on their side they have to cross. Be hopefully able to do it, because that's where the least teams are. The rotating from the south is the hardest part, but from the west and the east, that's a completely fair game, I do have to say. Now Megastars got information. They're also going to be drawn with Celts. Pretty good position for them. But here it is. They're going to go for the cross. I don't think Megastars are looking over there. They're not at all, actually. That's going to be easy peasy lemon squeezy for Freestyle to get all of their 4 members into the eastern side. But be careful now, Megastars. They hear the footsteps. They're like, okay, we're going to try and respond with some grenade, with some utility. But unfortunately, they can't exactly locate where they are. So they will not get a knockdown for now.
And this is where we're going to see Vexy. Well, actually, not quite Vexy's. One of the members of Megastars just burning down after a successful Molotov. Then you have Ultron from Celts looking to try and protect their spot as phase 6 did shove its way down south, still inside Yasnai, inside the edge of the city. This is absolutely crazy. All the teams up north have to try and make their way through, across the road and in through the buildings.
Wow, and indeed, Megastars defending it extremely well. Get 1 kill down onto Black. If a little bit was pretty fast. Actually, do you get 1 man knocked away with a grenade off Kasih? I mean, he was trying for grenades earlier versus BTR, but this time versus Megastar, I will hit the mark. Vexy, left alone, 1-man army versus the entirety of Freestyle, going to be shut from the back. Actually doesn't get the knockdown. It was that was an absolute surprise. Gets 1, gets 2. Vexy didn't hit the first time, but the second time around, it does pay off dividends. Vexy going to go for the confirmed kills. Be careful though, he might still come back. Kasih with the insane OP grenades is still around the corner. When is he going to try and strike back and get revenge on Megastars?
When I talk about Megastars, you talk about Vexy. Incredibly intelligent and well-rounded player. So aggressive, able to pull out those clutch plays, and that's exactly what he's doing towards the end of this game. But like I said, the likes of Team Seeker, just looking to punish the teams that have been trying to make their way through. As the blue zone of phase 6 is closing on in. Morph coming in from the west, finds a little bit of a spot on the edge of the circle. I'm
genuinely impressed that Valdos Esports was able to make it away from the field. With so many teams down south of Yasnai, that's a huge achievement. They can be extremely proud just to remain alive for a little bit longer. I am not going to lie, Imperium. Now, Kings of Gamers Club still got the really good high ground. But now, because Valdos Esports beyond the walls, they're actually safe. It's like being at the bottom of a cliffside when a team's on top of it. They are safe for the time being. Grenades are still going to be a big issue, of course, because they're always an issue, no matter what position you're in. But definitely they are safe for a little bit longer. And those smokes also denying position and attack potential for Morph a little bit higher up north.
We're down to 9 teams, 22 players coming into phase 7. I don't think we could have asked for a better start to these PUBG Mobile World League East scrims, to be perfectly honest. Inside the Yasnai, couple of fields in play, bunch of players, a bunch of grenades as Braga knocks out Martin.
There you go. I mean, I said it right. Grenades are still going to be a big threat to Valdos Esports. Fine, knocked away. The res will be a little bit hard to pull up. It will indeed. No, mention it. Potentially a city finish on this one. Well, we called it right, Imperium. We're going to be having a half city finish down south of Yasnai Polyana. Grenades coming out. Not going to be connected on Armor energy. Oh, there you go. 1, 2. Morph absolutely popping off right here. That's going to be an extra double knockdown. Velmoth, unfortunately, going to be caught out in the open. He had to move away from those little sides of the city, and that is going to be, unfortunately, the end of Valdos Esports to get eliminated in 9th position. And now Morph going to potentially try and go for the res down onto No Mercy 4S. But things are getting more set in stone, and still, the teams are in circle, have a great potential. But I got to say that Team Secret, they're looking strong right now.
Team Secret and King of Gamers, 2 teams that are probably going to be vying for that golden spot as the grenades are being traded between Morph and Box. And just like that, Morph, even though they got player knocked down, they take down the whole of Box and take them off the lobby.
Morph, you absolute beast. Stay secure. All of those frags with one single grenade. That is absolutely insane. And now going to be clearing it down to 7 players in the city. But you know what? When the city finishes, that means there's going to be more teams remaining in later sections because you have more buildings available to play around. Still got freestyle behind. Be careful. Megastars also, I got to mention, able to get the rest back up onto Swag. So that's going to make them back as a 2-man army. It will make things easier versus Celts. Versus Celts on the side now. Kashyyyf still waiting for his time to shine. They're going to be crossing through. Really good smoke road coming out from Megastars, but unfortunately Loa will get the shutdown with a headshot to Vexy. That leaves Megastars down to one only player, but they're still keeping information onto the heads of Celts. And Celts, they're going to go for that rotation because now the circle shift was pretty central down south. All teams have to rotate, but unfortunately those missed cross sections between the buildings are really messing up some teams to make their way in circle.
Yeah, Team Seeker just basically building, keeping teams on the eastern edge of this phase 7 circle. You got Megastars freestyle having nowhere to go. And then on the other side, on the west side, you have Morph, King of Gamers, and even No Chance holding on, but Offtails is going to go down to the blue zone, I'd say.
I think that might be the case. Oh, be careful, Kashyyyf is going to try and get vengeance, but no, the vengeance plan will not pay off. Vengeance will not be working out for him. And there you go, Megastars, an extra kill for them in this game. 6 teams now remaining, about to hit top 5. Well, Madtoy, he's just not taking away his eyes out. He's keeping it locked and loaded on Megastars. Do not want to allow them to cross through. They're going to be refreshing those smokes to make it over to the building. How will Team Secret respond to this? They know the smokes are coming out, but there's no way to respond. There's just so many smokes, even from the high ground. They just can't get information. They're in the building, but Loa going to shut down that push and instantly goes for the flush. Finally, that's going to be the end of Megastars put down to 1 player. Vex is going to try his best. He's going to have to remain in the smoke for a little bit elongated period of time as he tries to potentially wrap around down the south. But things are not looking good for Megastars.
Yeah, we got 5 teams left, 13 players. Morph, King of Gamers, Team Seeker. But as Morph comes in once again with the grenades. With the grenades.
Oh my god, the grenades of Morph. They're going to be the outstanding performance of this game. Here it is. Zay, be careful behind you, my friend. He tried to go for a reload. That's way too early. The Kings going to try and best their defend versus the push of Morph. They lose 1, but that's all. They're still looking strong as a 3-man team. They've got to go for the flush, confirm all the kills they might get. Up to 7 kills from 4 to 7 in a matter of a few seconds. Snap your fingers. Absolute and utter destruction by the Kings of Gamers Club.
Concept single-handedly. I know they still had 2 other players coming in from behind, but Concept single-handedly kept King of Gamers in the running for this game. It's Vexy on the side build trying to hold on. But Madtoy shut them down. We've got 3 teams left. We're in towards phase 8, the blue zone closing in. Team Secret, Celts, and King of Gamers.
And Rox. Oh no, Rox going to have to jump over. Look at that. The blue zone's going to be on his tail. You have to jump over, and you know that when you're jumping over some terrain like that, you unfortunately can't get it through. Ooh, 1 player. King's trying to drop down. I thought he was actually going to get flushed, but luckily enough, the timing was on his side. Madtoy, can he get the flush? Grenades at this point would be absolutely huge, but Rox did go down to the blue zone as mentioned. And Madtoy going to go for the jump. Now going for some parkour plays indeed, Imperium. I'm going to try and go for the corner play. Going to try and sandwich them up. We will be normally ending up with a King Club sandwich. It is. Losing 1 player. Team Secret looking absolutely insane in this 3v4 scenario. Now making it a 3v3 versus Bragger, Concept, and Puffer. How will they respond? Can the res still come on through? I do not think that will be the case, as unfortunately that 1 player is going to be coiled away. 2 players remaining, 3v2. For Team Secret, and they are not relieving the pressure. They are not letting anything go to waste. Kings are going to be trying to jump out low, get able to do a little bit of work over once again. They still got 1 more player remaining to get rid of, and that's going to be Bragger. A 1v3 coming down. Can he make things happen? That's a no. The clutch will not be happening on this first game. GG, well played to Team Secret. Scored himself their very first game on Orangle.
And what was it? The 2 teams that shifted and rotated to the southern edge of Yasnai came in the top 2, Team Secret and King of Gamers. Credit to King of Gamers, Concept single-handedly keeping his team inside towards the top of the standings. But Team Secret, honestly, what made that for me was Madtoy's jump from one building to another.
Yeah.
That parkour play effectively gave them the win. The reason why is because he was coming in from the high ground. He was actually able to get some core information, create the distraction, and then he had eye shots coming in from the lower ground level to get that knockdown onto King of Gamers, and of course just really have that teamwork synergize through, and of course close out the game. So well played by the teams in the final couple of circles.
And also, like, the push of Mad Toy, even if maybe he wouldn't get kills from that, which he would still had a great impact, it just forced, unfortunately, King of Gamers Club to actually focus on 2 points of pressure, so they had to, like, split their focus. And that's what really allowed them to get the win, because they were just cornered such an easy target for the players. So yeah, 11 kills also on this first game going over to Team Secret. Congratulations to them. We're going to have also 7 kills over to Kings of Gamers Club. Then also Chaos. I mean, Chaos, I'm not surprised. Like, they gave themselves a decent amount of frags. Also, 7 kills for themselves. Most of the kills they got actually was in Milta, and then they joined a little bit later on in Yasnai Polyana to get that 3rd position. Still, really good first game for them. Freestyle in 7th position was 1 kill. And yeah, definitely, I've got to say, BTR, you know, they had a little bit of a troublesome situation to rotate into Yasnaya Polyana because so many teams were there. If you rotate late, because there was so much action, you could sometimes slide your way through. But for BTR, it was just not going to happen. They got denied instantly.
And I also want to give, and you pointed out, huge shout out and credit to Valdus.